What it is, YouTube, you know who it is. It's your boy, the Moose. Let's kick it.
It likes to run, it loves to jump, no one could ever stop. A big or small party, it will be there, no matter where or when. A moose on a loose, a moose on a loose, it'll be party all day long. A moose on a loose, a moose on a loose, what are you waiting for?
Alright, so let's get into this. Alright, as you could read in the description, it's the third day of Christmas. My earworm sent to me. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. Okay, this song is called Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. It's a novelty Christmas song written by Randy and Brooks. The song was originally performed by the husband and wife duo of Elmo and Patsy Trigger Sharpshire in 1979. It was an album, so it basically had a B-side. The original B-side song was Christmas, and it was on the cover of Elmo and Patsy's, and also on Oink Sound Waves. The other B-side song was Percy the Puny Poinsettia, and that was on Epic's label. Okay, and so it was released in 1979 by Elmo and Patsy. That was the original release. In 1982, it was re-released by Oink Sound Waves, and that's where the Christmas song came in on B-side. And in 1984, it was re-released by Epic, and Percy the Puny Poinsettia was on the B-side. It was originally recorded in 1978. It's considered country Christmas novelty pop. The length of the song is 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The label, Elmo and Patsy, $29.84. By Oink was $29.84. By Soundwaves was $46.58. And by Epic it's $34-04703. The songwriters were Randy Brooks, and producers was Gary Partington. The song was recorded by other acts. The first wide release of the song was in Canada in 1982 by the Irish Rovers. Released on the album It Was a Night Like This. Their single version, produced by Jackie Richardson, rose to top 20 on the RPM charts within a week of its release. The single became a hit, burst of the country stations, then on the top 40 stations, and today remains a seasonal holiday anthem. The song was also released on the Rovers' 1999 album. So when you hear the song on the radio, it was probably the Rovers that played the song. We'll do a piece on both, okay? So when the 49ers earned a trip to the Super Bowl, Dr. Elmo released a parody, Chargers Got Ran Over by the Niners, predicting the 49ers' victory over the Super Bowl opponents, the San Diego Chargers. The 49ers ended up winning the game 49-26. Most of the lyrics was actually spent making fun of the 49ers. That's when I actually watched football. I stopped watching football when a long time ago. 9 years ago, I stopped watching football. I don't watch football anymore. I'm kind of glad I don't. But now due to the times. So Most of the lyrics was spent making fun of the 49ers' main NFC rival, the Dallas Cowboys. It's also been covered by Family Force 5 in a song, and the word beer was edited out and replaced with root beer. I would like to hear that edition. And that was in 1996 by Poe. It's also covered by Les and Jake on their album Goodbye Blue and White. It was also covered by Rock and Roll, and the album was We Wish You a Metal Christmas and a Headbanging New Year. Country and Capital band Home Free covered it in 2014. Real Big Fish covered their song in 2014 on Happy Scala Days. And then Ray Stevens covered Grandma on Clyde Records in 2016. So the song has been also translated into Danish Dutch in 1984. So just a brief history. It aired, Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer, released in 1980, and aired on MTV for at least 18 years. The video could be seen on VH1, CMT, TNT, JSC, and VH1 Classics during the holiday season, as well as on Spike's official website and YouTube. Alright, going to the lyrics. I'm going to read the lyrics to you. It says, Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You could say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. She'd been drinking too much eggnog, and we'd been begging her not to go. But she forgot her medication, so she struggled out the door into the snow. When we found her on Christmas morn at the scene of the attack, she had hoof prints on her forehead and a cranium and claw marks on her back. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, walking from our house Christmas Eve. You could say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Now we've been so proud of Grandpa. He's been taking this so well. Sitting there watching football, drinking beer and playing cards with Cousin Mel. It's not Christmas without Grandma and all the families dressed in black. And we just can't help but wonder, should we open the presents or send them back? And then everybody says send them back. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, walking from our house Christmas Eve. You could say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Now the goose is on the table, and the pudding is made of figs, and the blue and silver candles that would just match the hair on Grandma's wig. I've warned all my family and neighbors, better watch out for yourselves. There should never give a license to a man who drives a sleigh and plays with elves. I always thought it was bells, but it's elves. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, walking from our house Christmas Eve. You could say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Sing it, Grandpa. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, walking from our house Christmas Eve. You could say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. And then they all say, Merry Christmas. Do you listen to this part? This is funny, because if you listen to the lyrics in the song and you get lost in it, listen to this lyrics that says, they should have never gave a license to a man who drives a sleigh and plays with elves. If you hear the song when it's playing, you would actually think he's saying bells, but it's elves. It's too funny, man. I'm telling you, you gotta read the lyrics, man. This is what's making their earworm. If you listen to me, I can almost sing it because it's an earworm. That's why it's number 3 earworm, because you listen to it and then listen. This is. Do you hear it? That is why it's number 3 earworm. And Sandy, tell them what an earworm is.
from a condition known as earworm. You see, when your brain becomes stuck on a catchy tune, you're susceptible to earworm infection. And you got a nasty one there.
Alright, let me go ahead and leave you with the close. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love making these videos. I think I'm having more fun. Very little people watching it, but that's okay. It'll pick up momentum maybe next year. The distance between dreams and reality is called action. Peace.